All right, time now for your morning RBI, the most random but interesting thing you may hear all day, CNBC style. And tonight, the president will give his annual State of the Union speech. And while we don't know exactly what President Biden will say, it would seem pretty obvious he's going to take a victory lap around the economy and the jobs market. But of course, there are still a lot of issues and problems in America. Millions of kids set education back for years after being locked out of schools, mental health issues, fentanyl, etc., to name a few. But overall, what do you think is critical for America right now? Well, Gallup recently did a poll on just that, and the answers were a bit surprising. All right, look at this. Gallup surveyed Americans and asked this, quote, "What do you think is the most important problem facing America right now?" Pretty big question. Well, 21% of respondents said the biggest problem was government itself. 1 in 5 said it is the government that needs the most fixing right now, and that is up 6% since the previous poll. What came next on that list? Inflation. 15% of people saying it is still a major problem because while we have seen some headline inflation, meaning the numbers the government puts out on paper, come down a bit, most of you probably realize that every day that costs are much higher for things like housing, food, energy, car and health insurance, and a lot else. All right, third on the list, immigration. More than 1 in 10 of you saying immigration is the biggest problem in America right now. Even so, will we hear a lot about that tonight? Hard to say, probably not. And then the top 5 list rounded out with economy in general and unifying the nation as the biggest problems in America right now. Pretty interesting list and survey from Gallup. People are not happy with the government. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what they meant by just government, but both parties adding trillions in new debt to our kids and our grandkids, and at higher rates, by the way. That's going to cost a lot more money to service. Also, I thought what stuck out to me was that COVID was not on the list at all. Anything under 4% of respondents was not on the list, and it did not make the list at all. Still gets a lot of headlines, as it should. We still got work to do. People are still in the hospital suffering, but it was not even on the top 10 list of things or problems in America right now. Certainly random, but interesting. So how would you answer the same question if we asked you what's the biggest problem in America right now? Seems like maybe a good time for a Twitter or a LinkedIn poll on just that.